And on third down, the Colts have added an extra defensive back.
Flooding the passing lanes.
Come on, let's go. 38.
Faking the give. Now Watson. And he finds his man Griffin. A good pickup there, a 22.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically. But a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
Around the NFL, a game going on in Washington. And the Eagles out in front early. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's Texans football as we get going in quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. Yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Well, that play was doomed right from the start.
He just about ran into every defender on that one, didn't he? It felt like everyone got a piece of that tackle.
You got him. You got him. Hey, Ohio. Let's go. 38.
After the run, Watson going to throw. Going deep for Hopkins. It's caught at the 10. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A huge play there for Houston. 41 yards. On 1st and goal, they'll try the option left. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
And on this play, the read for the quarterback was the defensive end, and he was totally focused on the quarterback. He should have given it off inside to the running back. Instead, he kept it and ended up taking a loss on the play.
Here we go. White, 90. White, 90.
Here's Watson now on 2nd down. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. And when a Hail Mary is completed for a touchdown pass like that, I think any defensive coordinator just puts their face right into their hands.
I don't think there's any doubt about it, and I don't have stats in front of me. I don't have the empirical numbers that say that in recent years the Hail Mary pass has been completed more than it has been, but it feels that way, doesn't it? And I know the defenses are spending more time on it. I think the biggest mistake they make is that they play everything from behind the receiver. I think they've got to start getting people in front as well to try and knock the ball away.
And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. First down, the run with Lynch. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. On the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
They don't want it, fellas. They don't want it. Keep playing hard, fellas. All day. Whoa! Let's get it.
Now a play fake, and it's locked. Sliding out of the pocket, and his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for Dante Moncrief that time, and it's third down.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Throwing on third down, Luck. It's caught. Robert Turman. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. Following the penalty, Lynch. And he'll fall forward to the 29-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. On second down, here's Locke. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Well, they'll get the yardage, but they hate to see him take that hit.
You're always trying to cool off a big-time guy throwing the ball, but you have to know when to back off, pull up, and not hit him. There's the penalty.
And the defense with their backs against the wall a little bit here as the offense is in the red zone. He'll keep pounding here with Lynch. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
Now it's Luck off the bootleg. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. T.Y. Hilton, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Colts able to get this back within a touchdown. That's why you've got your star out there. Throw the ball to him. They did.
That's simply saying we don't care what coverage you put out there. He's so good. We're going there with the football anyway, and there's not a thing you can do about it.
Inside the red zone, they go to him. He gets it done. Around the NFL, we've got a second quarter score. The Jets out to an early lead over the Dolphins. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
Come on, let's go. What?
On 1st and 10, Watson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10.
Come on, let's go. What?
Throwing again is Watson. Now he'll escape to his right. And he's got some space here. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down. Two minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Houston after this timeout.
Let's go.
Running this with a wide receiver, Fuller. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run.
Flex round. Flex round. Come on, let's go. 38.
On the ground, this is Ware. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They'll pick up another first down with that run.
Let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That'll go as a loss of 5. And it'll be 3rd and 10. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. 10 yards to go on 3rd. Off of play action, it's Watson. Going deep for Hopkins. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
But one thing's for sure, when you've got a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. Around the NFL, we've got a second quarter score. The Jets out to an early lead over the Dolphins. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. Now a first down throw. Lock. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. So we've come upon halftime here in Houston, and it's the home team, the Texans, leading this one. As we send you over to our headquarters in Orlando, where we check in with Larry Ridley for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a big hit there as he runs into a brick wall at the 22-yard line. And here comes the Texans now. And, you know, their previous possession, they were able to move the football, but still wound up punting in the end.
You know, in 2016, Carolina had a 20-play drive that lasted over 10 minutes. And remember how it ended?
And a punt.
Yeah, I mean, how does that happen? You just don't see that happen every day.
This one maybe not quite that bad, but still, you'd like to have a chance for points if you hold the football that long.
Agreed.
The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Coney Ely in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. And now the offense will look to respond after the sack.
Watch tight end, watch tight end. Tight right. Here we go.
To throw on second is Watson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went in the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now out comes Houston. It's Ware breaking the tackle. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. Touchdown, Houston. Spencer Ware, 78 yards. And the Texans have taken the lead. And those are the highlight reel runs you dream of right there.
When he gets a seam and just gets through it, how about the explosiveness, the burst to get there to begin with, and then once he's in full gallop, good luck trying to track him down.
And those plays so demoralizing for the defense.
Absolutely, because you've done so much work trying to keep people in front of you. When they're past you and behind you, that's a tough one to swallow.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay.
And now off to the races down the right side. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Marshawn Lynch, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying up this football game. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And the Texans set to come onto the field. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
They go play action here on first down. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down.
23, watch 23. Here we go.
To throw is Watson. To throw again. Caught left side, Hopkins. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins, his second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Texans have broken the tie.
I know we often laugh and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His second touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a big collision there as he winds up flat on his back near the 25. The Colts offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Second down here after the incomplete pass. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Second and 10, Luck again. Looking deep for Hilton. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, third down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
From the gun on third down, Luck. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is making sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Flex round! Flex round! Here we go!
They'll run now with Ware. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. The Texans on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Here we go. Brand 38. Brand 38.
A shotgun snap for Watson. And finding Fedorowicz. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
Come on, let's go. What? 90. What? 90.
They run it here. Where? And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Checking the NFL scoreboard there in the 3rd at MetLife Stadium. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL.
Let's go.
Now it's Watson, a bootleg. And he slings one that's incomplete. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, 3rd quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Out of the gun, Watson. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the... That's caught inside the 20. And he'll be taken down deep into Indianapolis territory. They give him a gain of 38. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive. And once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
8 yards to go here on 2nd down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves him needing about 7 here on 3rd down.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Watson. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground. Now they're likely to force a field goal attempt.
And his kick is good. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive only yields 3 points.
Yeah, they were able to move the football, but the defense stiffened once their backs went to the end zone, and they were able to hold them to just 3.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Now a play fake here on first down. He'll dump it off complete to Lynch. Give him 7 on the play, and it's a second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Shift together here from the D-line. Lynch running the counter. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Colts, so they've got the football, but they've got work to do, trailing here as we begin the fourth quarter. The Colts on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, here's Locke. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Dalvin Tomlinson, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. The Colts send out their punter. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Fielded just inside the 20. 34 yards on the return. But for a moment, looked like he had a shot to go all the way. And the Texans with great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. So the solid run on first, and I would imagine no real hurry to run that second down play.
No, it's all in your quarterback now. He's going to keep an eye on the play clock and bleed things down, and he's not going to let the ball be snapped until it's inside 3 seconds left on the play clock. Unless, of course, you're playing a video game, you're trying to run it up on your friend.
Nice touch. Cold-blooded, too. And he'll be stopped up quickly here at the 38. Only a yard on the pickup, so from a good situation on 2nd and 2, it's now 3rd and 1. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on 2nd down. Here's Watson, option left, and he's not even going to get back to the line of scrimmage. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know, defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So they settle for just the 3 there, but clearly anything helps when you're trying to salt one away here in the 4th.
Without a doubt, I think a touchdown would have been the final nail. But 3 does give him some breathing room and lets him build up a little cushion.
And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked.
Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays.
Lynch fighting. He fumbles. He lost the football. And the Texans say they have it. They do.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over. But that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a two-possession game. It is a two-possession game at this stage in the fourth. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And now running right through him. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Three yards to go here on 2nd down. Now they'll run on the draw. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. And in this situation with the lead, 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
He may try and run for this. And he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a 1st down. Only a yard there on the keeper, but that's all he needed. 1st down. So the run gets them the 1st, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's got this one down to the 10. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Able to stay in bounds, and the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. 2nd, 3rd guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. The Texans on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. They'll run it now out of the gun. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. His kick is good. Elsewhere, they're into the 4th at FedEx Field. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. If they hold on, a victory there would be their 3rd of the year. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. The Colts now, their offense works their way back onto the field. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
They'll start on the ground with Lynch. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. 2nd down following the run. A shotgun snap for Luck. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Luck able to find Hilton there for a Colt 1st down. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
They've gone to the 4th quarter now in Dallas. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. Now a carry here for Orleans Darkwa. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. One last throw here for Luck. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for the Texans, the win push.
Fellas, it's put up or shut up time. I know you've seen the press. Their offense has been talking smack about us all week. I don't know about you, but I'm ready to settle the score. Let's focus on the game plan and get ready for Sunday.
Let's go!